Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to another rendition of This is Tom's World Live. This is the second one today, actually. The first one didn't go all that great, apparently. So when I go live from my phone and I'm in a remote location, even as little remote as Neshaminy State Park is, apparently the connection sucks. So I went back and watched that live. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I watched a good portion of it. And my apologies for the lagging that happened while I was there. and while I was told that the quality of the video was actually good, it wasn't as crisp as say my videos are. Now, the live feed here is not as crisp as my videos are either. However, there's no buffering, there's no, stopping and it having to catch up, and you hear audio repeating and stuff like that. So my apologies for today, but hopefully for those of you that watched it, hopefully it was a good time. I always have a great time walking around there and, just exploring, finding different things, which I did find something new today. I found that little light fixture on the tree, which I had never seen before. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, hope you are all doing well tonight, and let's hang out and chat. Let me get situated here in my chair, and then my camera just totally falls on the ground, and you can see my feet. Look at that. Hang on one second. I have to find the camera. Wow. Oh, I found it. Sorry. And now we have to situate things. And you got to have a little glimpse of the chaotic life of This is Tom's World. Let me put my earbud back in. Not that I can hear any of you. I think apparently everyone was floored by that one. Sorry about that, people. These things happen, the world of live feeds, what are you going to do? But, hey, at least you could say you saw This is Tom's feet, why not? Nothing weird about that. You don't have to make any weird comments or whatever. Anyway, let's try this take two. All right. So anyway, hope you are all doing well tonight. I have no idea what made my camera fall the way it did, outside of the fact that I had to set my camera up about an hour ago, or no, less than an hour ago, when Dom called me, and that's my usual call that comes in when I'm doing a live, and you hear the Facebook call come in. That's usually Dom, and he did say he would do that when I talked to him. However, he did it early. He did it like 20 minutes ago or something like that. Anyway, live feed. They were both the live feed of the live feed. So today my goal was to go to Neshaminy State Park and to make a video of any remnants that were left of a building that I had not seen until this morning when I started looking through things and old aerial views and stuff like that. However, the only thing that was left of the building was just like a little light fixture on a tree, on an old tree. And that was it. So then I decided, well, this video is a flop. There's no reason to continue with the video. We'll just stop there and I'll do a live feed. Why not? So I did, and it was okay. I had a couple of people on there commenting. My buddy Ray was on there. My buddy Chris was on there, and it was interesting. I'm going to leave the video up there because it's gotten some views. So in this video, I also talked about the same thing I talked about in my live feed last time, which was that that myself and my channel are going to be featured in a in an article in a local newspaper, the Bucks County Courier Times, coming this Friday. So make sure November 3rd, if you're local and you enjoy the channel and stuff like that, and you've enjoyed the videos of Sorobia and the Chamonix State Park, make sure you pick that up and check out the article. And then like post on my Facebook, like take a picture of the article or something and send it to me on my Facebook. That would be cool. Let's see. We have Gnomestead, Alaska, off grid. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. It's a brisk Sunday evening here compared to the rest of the week. This past week, even though this is the end of October, was actually quite warm here. And what was it yesterday? Yesterday at work, it was downright hot. But after work, I got to come home and get ready, and my goddess and I, we went out to a bonfire for a local radio station, 102.9 WMGK, and our friend's band was playing there, The Launch, and they were, I think they still are technically the house band for WMGK because they have not had another contest, but they have one coming up. So so be on the lookout for that if you're local, because they're gonna be doing it at the Parks Casino, from what I understand. So, or they're gonna be starting there anyway. So that should be a cool time. The Launch, they're a great band. They play covers of Boston, Styx, and Queen, but they did throw in some other stuff last night, which was really cool to hear them play something different. But we all had a good time. Hey, Lori, how are you? Yeah, it started to rain pretty hard before I left there, but then it dwindled down. So, no big deal. Really? Your brother worked for the Bucks County Courier Times? The guy that's doing the article for the Garden used to be the editor of the Courier Times. His name is Carl Laveau. So if you know that, I don't know if you do or not, how involved you got with your brother's career there. But he used to be the editor of the Courier Times, and then he retired and he went on to become an author and award-winning author and stuff like that. And from what he tells me, his friends at the Courier Times contacted him one time because one of their columnists was out sick, and they said, "Hey, do you think you could fill in for for like a week or 2 or 3 or whatever?" And he said, "Cool." He said, "That was 10 years ago." He said, "I'm still doing it." So, but thank God he is, because back in 2016, he did an article about Sorobia, and he talked about the history of it, and it was a great article. And my mom found this article, and she wrote to him to let him know, what has gone on there since then with what myself and the volunteers had done there. And he wanted to go see it for himself, and he did. And he wanted to write an article. He wanted to talk to me. So we talked on the phone for almost an hour, and then we met in person, and I got to meet him and one of his really good friends, and it was a great time. We hung out in the garden for about an hour, just shooting the crap. I'm not gonna curse on my channel. I'm not gonna say shooting the stuff because I don't curse on here. But yeah, it was a great time. Wow, small world this is, and here you are in Alaska, right? And we're talking about Bucks County. Crazy. So coming up in This Is Tom's Life, this coming week is the last week of the season for work over at the Chamonix State Park. I am to be getting the full-time position, the year-round position. However, due to some bureaucratic stuff that's going on and everything, and the way the states run, we're kind of at a standstill for it right now. So I'm going to have some off time. And what I intend to do in my off time is try to make as many videos as I can. I'm not going to put a number on it. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to make X amount of videos in a week, because every time I say something like that, it doesn't happen that way. and I feel like I let people down by doing that. But I'm going to try to make as many videos as I can. I'm going to try to find places. I'm going to try to not repeat places because I have done that in the past. I've gone to Dinosaur Lake quite a few times. There's nothing more really to see there until the where the lake was dries up more. Then I can actually walk out onto the lake. Then maybe I can start looking around, see if I find anything more, maybe more parts of the dinosaurs, stuff like that. I went to the prison farm now a few times. God only knows how many times I've gone to the garden, today being one of them, over at Neshaminy State Park. I've been to the Ben Salem River access place on Station Ave a few times. So I'm going to try to not repeat places. There are some places that I do still want to go back to and explore more, not just what I did in my videos. Over by Neshaminy Falls, where the old amusement park used to be. I definitely want to go back to that and explore more. Over by where the falls are on Neshaminy Creek, over by Humeville, there's more to explore there. Over by the Home Ave Bridge, there's more to explore there. So I have other places that I do want to go to and go back, and there's still plenty of Pennypack for me to check out as well. Wow, 89. I was 14 years old in 89. I'm not trying to make you feel old, man, I swear. That's great though. I love the fact that people look at the videos that I make and they're like, wow, man, especially ones that have moved away and they're like, I haven't seen these places in a long time. So I will tell you what, man, if there is anywhere that you would like me to go, then just shoot me a message, like some place that you hold near and dear to your heart that you'd like to see again, that you have not been able to see since 89. You just shoot me a message on my Facebook for This Is Tom's World. The link should be in the description underneath. And I will definitely check it out. I know you love the garden, Lori. The garden, I mean, that's my favorite place. I said that today. Like right now, my favorite place in the entire world, which I have not seen a whole lot of the world at all, really. I haven't even seen a whole lot of the country. But right now, my favorite place in the world is that garden. That's my Zen place. And I just love going there. I feel so at ease and so calm when I'm there. I stop by there every chance I get. Found me, yeah, the Philly Captain. Yeah, the Philly Captain's awesome. Someday, him and I, we're gonna have to do like a collaboration video. I did get the chance to talk to him, which is probably where you found me, the night that I actually showed up on his live feed when he was doing, I think it was Memorial Day or whatever, and he was just allowing people to come on, and I clicked on the link and came on. I've been watching the Philly Captain for quite a while. And he and I, we share a common interest in Adam the Woo. We both look to him as the inspiration for us becoming YouTubers, and he definitely is mine, because before I started doing videos, I used to go out early in the morning with my cup of coffee, and I would just wander in the woods and I would take pictures, like on the weekends, just like, at the break of dawn, I would be out there at the park and I would just take different obscure pictures of like mushrooms and branches and whatever else. And then one day I actually filmed a video and it got a lot of traction. I was like, wow, people seem to enjoy the videos. Maybe I should do that. And then if I'm going to do that, I might as well just start a YouTube channel. But the initial attraction for the YouTube thing came from Adam the Woo, because I love when he does videos of like just random places, I mean, the Disney parks and stuff like that. And everything, it's okay. You know what I mean? If you're into the parks and stuff like that, I'm not. But when he does like the little side towns and stuff like that, like places that time forgot, those have always been my favorite. And the filming locations. I love filming location videos and I want to do them at some point. And there are quite a few filming locations I could do here in the Philly area. You know, I mean, of course you have Rocky, but that's been done to death on YouTube. 12 Monkeys. Not a whole lot of people have done that one, but I would like to do it at some point. Maybe that might be something for me and the Philly Captain to do if he's into that movie. Maybe we could get together and just ride around one day and do the different filming locations of that. That would be cool. There's other movies that have been made in the area and parts of movies that have been made in the area that we could check out. But yeah, that would be great. That's cool. I know some people that probably could have helped you out with that too. However, I'm not really tethered to these people anymore. Nothing to do with the mushroom aspect or anything. But like, it's just, time goes by and people, they kind of fade apart, and then some people have passed on and stuff. But speaking of which, here's Chris Mallon. He's part of that group. But yeah, that's great that John's been able to help you with that. Philly Captain's he's a good guy, and I've been watching him for quite some time. I'm trying to adjust my chair so that like I'm high enough to be above the captions when I put them up, but like below my little "This is Tom's World" thing. So it's tough back and forth. But yeah, I do look forward to at some point doing a video with him. That'd be cool. Meeting him in person and everything. I mean, just based on his attitude and things like that, it seems like we'd get along. While on my channel, I don't curse and stuff like that. In real life, it flows out of me. I am still a Philly boy. I may be from far northeast Philly, but I'm still a Philly boy, so it does flow pretty naturally. If you say so, Chris. I'll just have to assume you're right. So anyway, no. I love you, brother. Chris and I go way back. I've known him since probably since I was about 16. And he was probably like 53 at the time. No, he's he is older than me, but not by that much. But so yeah, I have some ideas for upcoming videos during the downtime, but I always have tons of empty slots and places that I come up with. I can always put them off if people give me ideas to go check things out. Hopewell Forge. Let's look that one up. Let's see. Hopewell Forge. Where is that at? Look it on the map. Wait a minute. Why do I see Upper Hopewell Forge Wildlife Sanctuary? Hopewell Forge Properties. Hopewell Forge Iron Master Estate Lidditz. even though when you read it, it says Lititz. That's as close as I'm going to get to cursing on here, by the way. So where is Hopewell Forge? Because it seems like it's giving me a few different. I mean, they're all in the same area. Like it seems like up by Reading and Kutztown, kind of around there, Lancaster, between Lancaster and Kutztown, basically. So if you had a specific location there, I could definitely check it out. But let's see. If I just did, say, the Upper Hopewell Forge Wildlife, let's see how far that is from me. If I say directions and then start from home, we're looking at, wow, it's an hour and a half away. Not too bad though. Not too bad. That would be cool. I could definitely check something out like that. Hopewell Furnace. I saw that while I was looking at this. And let me go back. Back again. Hopewell Furnace National Historic Society. Let me zoom in further so I can. There's a Hopewell Furnace CCCP or CCC Pump House, Hopewell Furnace Blacksmith Shop, Hopewell Furnace Turret House 3, Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site. That's probably where you're talking about. So that would look like, let's see, the historic site. And if I click on it, nothing happens. What is going on here? Click on it. Something wrong with like Google Maps or something here. Well, I guess it must not have a website. That's probably why it's not bringing it up. But let's see. If I do that, there we go. Directions. It's probably still going to be about the same because they were all in the same area. Yeah, it's if I took the turnpike, it's about an hour and 11 minutes. So if I didn't take the turnpike, it's probably about an hour and a half. Something I could definitely look up. Let me move some stuff around here so I can get to my little handy dandy notebook. Write that down. Let's see. Hopewell Furnace. I will definitely have to check that one out. So now it's on the agenda. So how's everybody else doing tonight? You know, don't be shy. Come on up, say hello, join the conversation. You don't have to just be a voyeur. You can be a doer. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But yeah, I'm always looking for new locations to check out. And the bigger the channel gets, the more money I can make, the more I can put back into the channel, so that I can go to different places. Because I am a poor man. Yeah, I work for the state, so I get paid. But I mean, I'm building a pension, which is great for later in life. But as of right now, eh. But I do want to go to a bunch of different places. I had mentioned before that there's some places up near Jim Thorpe, the Molly Maguire's whole trail and everything like that. Like I definitely wanted to do that, thanks to my own little Irish princess, my goddess. She gave me the idea for that, so we're definitely going to be checking that out at some point. During the winter, I do plan on going over to the town of Jim Thorpe and taking some footage over there, because like in the winter when there's snow and everything, it's beautiful. It's beautiful there. right now, I'm sure it's beautiful as well with the leaves changing because they're changing here. So I know they got to be changing over there in full effect. Um, Here, they've been changing for like the last month, maybe month and a half. The leaves have been falling, changing just sporadically, like on this tree or this part of that tree or whatever. Uh, excuse me. But right now they're starting to come into full effect, and that's one of the things I've always wanted to do was go to the Poconos during the changing of the leaves to check that out. But I've unfortunately most of the time I've only been there in the summer. Um, in in previous current years, I've been there in the winter a couple times. So it's what are you going to do? I will make it there though at some point. Oh, really? Yeah, Jim Thorpe's a beautiful place, really. Hey, believe me, I understand, man. I live on the grid and I'm poor. I mean, you can't get much more on the grid than the city of Philadelphia. I mean, this place is it's a crap hole. It really is. In this area here, well, you say you haven't been here since '89. So when you were here, Franklin Mills Mall was still new. This area around here has gotten really, really bad. Um, there's been an influx of homeless people in the immediate area for the last few years, easy, and it's gotten worse. And some of those homeless people are not just like people who are down on their luck. It's people who are either strung out on something or they just have issues or whatever the case may be. I mean, when they first started coming in, I watched a dude argue with what I thought he had like a phone set up like on a lamppost or whatever. But when I got there, I realized he was yelling at his coffee. Not something that was regular for the area, but wow. Wow, what was going on? Oh, I guess the leaves. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, it's definitely beautiful there. I'll tell you what, man, the utility bills here are crazy. Actually, as I say that, I'm remembering I'm supposed to be paying them. I think I might be overdue on a couple of them by a couple days right now. So after I get done this live feed, I actually have to go down and get the bills and check them out. Um, but yeah, the utilities here are just so bad, so bad. The city of Philadelphia has not been run right in so long, and it just gets worse with every next generation of officials that are running it. It just never gets any better. Something needs to happen here. I mean, this is. I know we're not like the capital of the country, much less the state, but like this is where everything happened. You know what I mean? I mean, it's this entire country was was founded in this area. You know, it's something needs to be done. We need to have things. I mean, as a whole in the country, we need to have things better. You know, I'm not one to talk politics much on live feeds, but the current string of politicians we have doesn't matter what side of the aisle they're on or what side of the aisle you follow. They're all corrupt. They're all doing a horrible job. Things need to change. We deserve better. We, the people of this country, deserve better. We all deserve easier lives than what we have to deal with because of the current politicians and how easy they try to make their lives by making our lives harder. Like this stuff has to stop. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, and let's not forget Kensington. Kensington is known the world over. Like that area of Philadelphia, even though there's an area of Kensington or an area of England called Kensington, when people anywhere in the world say Kensington, they immediately think here because of all the footage that has happened over time. Yeah, this is the historic hub, not just but the historic hub. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I wouldn't even want that, to be honest, because I would be fighting too hard against all the people that have been trying to bring this city down, and I don't think I have it in me, to be honest. This is Tom's world. This is Mayor's world. This is what would I change the name of my channel to? Would I even be able to do a channel at that point? I mean, why not? Politicians are on Twitter, politicians are on Instagram and Facebook. Why not YouTube? You know, I'll be the first one with a YouTube channel that I run myself, that isn't run by somebody else to fit the agendas and stuff like that. That's not going to happen, though. I'd sooner be a politician in one of the suburbs than in Philly itself. Philly is just so corrupt. From one mayor to another to another to another. I mean, and I think a lot of the loopholes that happen for the politicians in our state, and I put the quotes up because technically we're not a state, we're a commonwealth. I think that commonwealth title is the loophole for a lot of the things that they do that are shady. You know, again, regardless as to what side of the aisle they land on or whatever, just politicians in general are shady people, and no, I don't like them. They're not for what's good for us. They're for what's good for their pocket when it comes down to it. From the lowest person on the chain to the highest person on the chain. That's what it boils down to. And it really sucks that that's what things have come to, because they're so far from where they started. They really are. But that's a whole different story. Let's get back to This Is Tom's World, because that's a much nicer, calmer subject there. So does anybody else have any ideas for places for me to go to? Because I'm always looking for ideas. Always, always. So now, Chris, is this better now? Like, there's no buffering, there's no like stopping and starting and stuff like that. It's much better now, right? It should be, because I'm hardwired into the internet here. There's no Wi-Fi or anything like that. I literally have a cord that runs from the back of this computer right here down the floor and then up through the door, out the door, around the hallway, down into the dining room, and then around into the living room and down to the modem. So it should be much better. Some of the things I was talking about earlier, I just happened to remember some pictures that I said I would bring up. Off the top of my head, the first one I can think of, Audubon House near Valley Forge, is nice spot to visit. Oh my God, you want me to pronounce that? Brynanthony Cathedral. Did I pronounce that right? Brynanthony. One of the things I mentioned in the pictures earlier was the sign that was over at Winks Lane, where the two pillars were and the cats were. Cool. And there was a sign on the gate that said Serobia. I'm looking for that picture as we speak. It's somewhere here. Somewhere. I know I have it. Oh, I found it. Just got to make it bigger once it comes up. There we go. So this was the sign that was the exact sign that was outside of Serobia at the where the gatehouse was. I called it. I didn't call it gatehouse when I was on my live feed. I call it the carriage house, but I was wrong. It's the gatehouse. But this was the sign that was outside of the gatehouse. This is Serobia, a sanctuary for human beings, birds, and animals. Please respect it. Robert R. Logan. The R stands for Restal Rake. I don't know what kind of name that is, but that's his middle name. Cool, I pronounced it right. Cool. But that is the sign that was outside of that. I can't remember what else I said in that live feed that I would have pictures of that I could look for. And I'm racking my brain trying to remember. Yeah, it helps when I do that. It massages the brain, but I'm not remembering it. So if anybody was watching the live feed earlier when I was at Neshaminy State Park, and if you remember me saying I'll bring up the picture later when I do a live feed, please let me know, and I will definitely bring up the picture because I do have some of the pictures. But this is literally a picture I took of the wall at the Historical Society of Bensalem. They have it there. That was the sign that was made for it. And it blew me away to see this sign. What blew me away even more, let me bring that down. And and I think I brought this up on my last feed. They brought out a clock that belonged to Robert Logan. It was in Serobia. It was hanging on the wall, just like one of those like little pendulum clocks or whatever that you wind up. And it was all wrapped in bubble wrap. And the guy brought it down. He said, "Here." And he whipped out his knife. He said, "Let me show you." And he went to open it up. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, it's fine. We do it all the time. I have pictures of that clock as well. Let me find that. Oh, yeah. All right, let me share the screen here. So this is that clock. It's hard to see, but somewhere in the bottom here, the key for the clock is still in there to wind it up, like right up there on the face. And there he is holding it. I thought for a second, wow, his beard doesn't even look real. It's a mask. I realize that now. I forgot the times, COVID, blah, blah. But what's weird is you see this little white bird in the back of the clock here. That was also on Logan's mantle of one of his fireplaces. And back here, that's a painting of the barn that was behind that little building that's still there. That's the Serobia barn. See that? So we got a threefer in that one. But when he took this out and I put my hand on it, I was like, oh my God, I'm touching Robert Logan's clock. I felt like such a dork in doing that. I'm like, man, I'm fanboying like hardcore. Let's see, let me catch up on messages. That definitely was a nice sign. John James Audubon, founder of the Audubon Society, lived outside Philly, and his house is full of hand-painted murals of birds. That's pretty cool. Yeah, those clocks are far and few in between anymore. There's a place, because you mentioned the hand-painted stuff. There is a place I want to go to. Oh my God, what is it called? It's a castle that was made entirely of concrete, and it's in Upper Bucks County, and the entire interior is made up of tiles. Well, most of the interior is made up of tiles that were hand painted by this guy. Let's see. Let me look it up. Helps if I spell things right. Bucks County Castle. That should just bring it up there. Let's see. Fonthill Castle. That's it. That's another place I'd like to go to. Definitely look that one up if you're interested in anything like that. I mean, it's a really cool place. There have been videos made there. Other YouTubers have gone there. Some have gone into great depths of the history of the place as they made the videos, but it's really cool. Oh, on Fonthill Castle, really? I'll have to look that up. Yeah, it looks like a really cool place. I haven't been there, but it's on the same grounds as the Mercer Museum, I believe, if I remember right. Which is another place I'd like to check out. I mean, I generally don't do museums. The closest I got to a museum was when I did the Byberry Friends Meeting House over there on Byberry Road, and they had like the library upstairs, and it had like a bunch of stuffed animals. And by stuffed animals, I don't mean like teddy bears and stuff. I mean like animals that were actually taxidermied way long ago, like 1700s, and they're still there. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely go back to my channel after this video. Go check it out. It's the Byberry Friends Meeting House video. I cover the 3 buildings that are on the premises. So there's an old schoolhouse, and the second floor is that library, which was the first library in the section of this area of Philadelphia. And the buildings date back to like the 1600s, I believe. And they do have something to do with John Hart, who John Hart's burial grounds I did a video of as well. So you can check that out. They're connected. And I did the Byberry Friends Meeting House, and I also did Byberry Hall. All 3 of them have their own separate histories, even though they're all on the same property. And it's pretty good, pretty fascinating. That's what is that called? It's not the Mercer Museum. That's different. Oh my God, what is that one called? I've been there a few times too. Museum South Street. It's around there. Mutter Museum. Oh, like I didn't even see it yet. It's the Mutter Museum. That's different. That's the one that has like all the pieces of dead people, some body casts of like the first what was it? Siamese twins, Yin and Yang, I think their names were. They have like drawers full of things that they found in people's bodies after they were they had their autopsy and stuff, like anything from buttons to like remote controls, things like that. It's really, really weird. It's a strange place, but it's an interesting museum. They have a whole wall of skulls, and they're real human skulls and stuff like that too. And they have like a whole thing that like it changes every so often, like their main attractions or whatever. But still, it's a cool museum, the Mutter Museum. Yeah, I like that place. It's kind of gory, kind of like, but I liked it. Of course, there is a part of me that loves the horror genre and the gore and stuff like that. The 70s and early 80s and even late 80s movies. That's the one thing that's like missing from a lot of the current horror movies. Since we're in October and we are 2 days away from Halloween, that's the one thing that's missing from a lot of horror movies nowadays is gore. They rely more on jump scares, which really, I'd rather have an in-depth story that like invades my mind and twists it and stuff like that instead of just somebody going, ugh! Yeah. I don't even know if they let you record in the Mutter Museum. That would be something to look up. If they allow people to record videos in that, then I think I would do that. Mischief Night, it's not what it used to be. I mean, back in the days, it was like egg people's houses, toilet paper people's houses, right on their windows or car windows, and soap, things like that. At one point, it got to be a little more violent. Not for very long though, because I think the problem is the generation that we have now is too afraid, too timid. Like, oh my God, does that mean I got to go out of my house? I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather be here on the internet and play Fortnite and blah, blah. Maybe I'm a little outdated by saying that, but you get the idea. It's not like it used to be, but you know what? In a way, I'm kind of glad because then I don't have to worry about my car. But they usually didn't bother cars that were in the driveways. It was the cars that were on the streets that got pegged. So my car is always in the driveway, so I don't really have to worry about that. Plus, back during the pandemic, nobody could spare any toilet paper to TP somebody's house because it was hard to find, and when you found it, it was really expensive. So it was tough. Oh man, what a day we live in, I hate to sound like the old guy. I really do. But I understand them more now than I did, like, even say 10 years ago. I mean, hell, 10 years ago, I was worried about turning 40. I was just about to turn 39. And I would say that I remember my 40th birthday, but I don't. Well, at least not my 40th birthday party anyway. Um, we had that at a place over off of Grant Ave. Um, there's a place, what's it called? Three Monkeys. And there's a place like right next door to it that's like a lodge. In that lodge is where we had my 40th birthday party. And everybody was there, and it was like a pay bar, but everybody was paying for me to have shots. I was the only one that didn't have to pay anything the entire night. But yeah, I'd like to say I remember that night, but I only remember certain parts of it. Yeah, most definitely. I wish I could say I did. I was actually just yesterday, Stephanie and I were talking as we were driving back from the place that we were at, which I can't remember what it's called. Let me see if I can. Um, WMGK Bonfire. It was at. Oh, well, that page isn't found. That page isn't found. What the heck is going on here? Let me look it up on Facebook. Let's see. WMGK. There's pictures of the bonfire. Let's see if they say where it was. I'm not sure if anybody's commenting right now to say where it was. See, they posted a lot of pictures of Matthew Perry. Yeah, I can't believe he's gone. That's crazy. Oh my Lord, why can't I find anything on here for it? It was at a ski place. Let me look back, see if anybody. Ryers Museum in Burlhome Park. Really? Wait, is that the museum that's on the property of like Fox Chase Cancer Center? Like around there, around Jean's Hospital, Fox Chase. And let's see. Yeah, I saw we lost Bull Richard Mull. That's so sad. It really is. Okay, yeah. I actually have pictures of that place that I put up on Google Maps, and it got like quite a few 100,000 views. So like every time somebody looks up like Burlhome or they look up Fox Chase or Jeans or whatever, these pictures come up. People click on them. It got like a few 100,000 views. It's crazy. Once I started seeing the pictures that I put up on Google Maps were coming up with those kind of results, of course, I went back to my profile there and I put the name of my channel in there. Like I put the link in there. I'm like, well, damn, I'm not going to miss out on this. I'm trying to find out where the MGK bonfire was. It was just last night. And let me see if I put in 2023. Everything I look up, they already took down all the pages for the bonfire on MGK's website. All right. I know. I'm just going to have to go onto my own Facebook because I tagged Steph and I there at the beginning. Spring Mountain Ski Area. That's what it's called. It's out in Schwanksville, PA. That was a good time last night. I had a good time. Hey, listen, anything you can do to bring more views to your channel, do it, man. Do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not just the algorithm that you have to worry about when it comes to your YouTube channel. How many subscribers do you have on your channel? I only ask because I can't look right now, really. And yeah, it is a bunny hill. But I'll tell you what. When you're down at the bottom of it and the bonfire is halfway up and you've already had a couple beers and you're 48 years old and you've been working all day out in the hot sun, it's a nice walk halfway up that hill. I'm just saying. You're at 1360. That's a good number, man. That's a definite good number. I actually just broke 1700 last week, I think, or in the last week or two. It's a struggle for sure. It really is. Because the kind of content I make, it appeals more towards the local people. And I have a certain aspect of people, much like yourself. I mean, you're further away, but you're from here. But I do have a certain aspect of people that aren't from here, who have never been here, who are just curious, or people that have found me through other means. Like I go on different live feeds for different people here and there, and some people have found me that way. I have friends in other countries who will watch from time to time and comment on videos and stuff like that. But it's definitely a struggle. Have you been monetized yet? So have you reached the 4,000 hours within a year span of time yet? 1.71. I can tell you exactly what the number is, because you only see the fraction number, like the 1.71. Right now. Oh yeah, I surpassed. I gained 2 subscribers today, so I'm at 1,711. And hopefully once that article drops this Friday, hopefully there's a nice little hike there. That would be nice. 2K last week. I'll tell you what, the best thing you can do. Video. And find also, go on Facebook. Find groups that are related to your video. Like for me, when I do a video of something that's in Bensalem, I hit every Bensalem group with a video with a link to it. So I'll type out, like I'll open up a notepad document and I'll type out the introduction or whatever that I have set for, say, like underneath this video or underneath any video. I'll take like the first paragraph and I'll put that in there, and then I'll hit return a couple times, and then I'll put the link to the actual video. So that way it has to do with Bensalem. So the moderators of the group can't say anything about it once they approve it, which most of them do. And then I put it up there. I do the same thing with the videos for Northeast Philly. I put it in a bunch of different Northeast Philly groups. So if you're doing videos out there in Alaska, find different groups from Alaska, from the area. I mean, granted, I know like people are far and fewer in between there than they are here, but maybe there's just like a group for Alaska, itself, and you can post to that. Or maybe I'm sure there are, and I'm sure there's multiple groups for it that are relevant that you could post to it, even if they're just a general group or a page. Go more for the groups than the page, because most times pages you can't post to, but groups you can. A lot of groups are run in a way that like the moderator has to approve it or whatever, but don't be discouraged by that if they don't approve it right away, because sometimes it'll be a few days before they approve it, but still they're going to, and you'll get the views. So if I could give you one piece of advice, that would definitely be it. Tags in your videos. From what I understand, I watch a crap ton of YouTube videos about YouTube. Tags seem to have little effect, if any. I mean, they will help in search in a way, but that's only assuming that people are searching for those terms. One thing you do want to put in your tags, if you haven't been already, go back and put them in every one of your videos. The word YouTube. Always. That's always got to be one of the tags that you put in there. Yeah, well, I would assume it's hard. Yeah. You know what? I know I subscribe to you, so you should come up when I start to search. All right. Well, YouTube sucks in that way. Alaska off grid. All right. Let me come back to stream. Yep. You're the guy with the beard. Gotcha. All right. Let me do a quick look at your thumbnails. just to try to give a little advice, because I was actually toying with the idea. So the guy Dom that calls me periodically, most times when I'm doing a live, and he says, "Oh, I didn't know you were doing a live," which he's full of crap. But he and I run a network of sorts on Facebook. It's basically a page where we allow other people to post their live feeds on, or their recorded content, which of course, Mr. Gnomestead, Alaska Off the Grid, if you would like to do so, contact me and I can get you on there, because we're always looking for variety of entertainment to put on there. But I had toyed with the idea of of giving YouTube advice just based on what I have gotten so far. Now, I'm not a guru of any kind. I am not like the aficionado of YouTube advice, but I can give YouTube advice based on what I know. That helped me get to 1,700 subscribers. That helped me get monetized. And I can tell you, when you first get monetized, like there's this whole build up to it, and you finally get there, and then you find out, well, wait, you don't get paid out until you reach $100. And even when you get to that monetization level, like I'll tell you what, I reached the monetization level in March of 2023. It took me from February of 2020 till March of 23 to finally reach that monetization level. And then when I did, in order to build up $100 worth from ad revenue, it was August when I finally got paid out my first $100. So it takes a while. Subscribers matter. Views matter way more than subscribers. I mean, everybody's always harping on, I want more subscribers. I want more subscribers. But subscribers do not equal views. You could have 15 million subscribers, but put up a video and only get maybe 100,000 views. I mean, it's a hit or miss. Instagram helps too. TikTok helps. Instagram helps. All social media does help. I personally don't post to TikTok. I did make an Instagram. I did make a TikTok too, and I put a couple videos up. But I don't know. I don't like TikTok. Instagram is meh. I don't have a Twitter. I just have a Facebook and a YouTube. And really, in the end, that's all you need. I mean, you could do TikTok if you wanted to do short form stuff. So you could repurpose your videos. So you can format your videos in the, like in this way instead of this way. And then once you've done that, then you can then upload it to YouTube Shorts. You can upload it to Instagram. You can load it to TikTok and stuff like that. I don't suggest you cross share, so that, like, say you have something on TikTok and then you go put it up on YouTube and it's got the little TikTok sign there. You don't want to do that. That's a big red flag for the communities and for YouTube itself. So I suggest that when you make that with whatever video editor you use, save it in this form, not this form, in this form, and then you can just upload it individually to the different social medias. No, that's fine, man. You don't have to worry. This is great. I mean, you're not the only one that's going to be getting stuff from this. In me and you, like, and you and I talking about this, somebody else is going to get help from it somewhere. So it's not a problem at all. That sounds actually really cool. I'm going to have to sit here, since I don't have to work tomorrow, after I get done here tonight and I get done with the Bills. I'll have to sit here and start like binge watching your videos. I don't think I've watched a whole lot of them, but yeah, definitely shoot me a message and we can talk. I haven't even touched on thumbnails yet. We're just strictly talking other things. I'm trying to remember what the point was I was making. I have this tendency to branch off. Like I'll start here, and then we'll talk, and then I'll go here and here, and then these points go there, and then those points go here, and so in that I'm not a good teacher. Like I even started saying I was gonna do a series on helping people with YouTube things, and I never finished that thought either. But let's see. I'll tell you what we will do. We will do what I intended to do with that show. we are going to share your page right here. Bam, here it is. So everybody watching this, make sure you go check this channel out right here, and make sure you subscribe. Let's see if we can boost his subscribers here. You got 282 videos, which is far more than I have. I think I have 100 some. But it's all about marketing when it comes down to it. So it's not just where you share it, but it's like what you put on here. So you have the aurora over Alaska, the aurora borealis, and things like that. You have a lot of different topics. First thing I would say, let me go to your homepage here.
You ready?
Stop this video right away, which is good that you have this video. Hopefully you have two different videos set there, one for returning subscribers and one for new subscribers, because you have that option. The one for the returning subscribers, you definitely want to have like your most viewed video, or your most recent. It depends on which way you want to go with that. For new subscribers, you either want to have the welcome video like you do, or your most viewed video. You have playlists. So, well, sort of. No, you don't have any made playlists. It's something you want to work on. So playlists. Oh wait, you do have playlists. You just don't have them on your homepage. Oh, okay, you got to put the playlist on your homepage. Get rid, like you can have this videos, like recent videos or whatever, play. Like you can have that in the first spot if you'd like. And if shorts are where you want to be featured, definitely you can have that second. But then the people you're subscribed to last on the list, man. Popular videos, you can have that in there. But if you have a particular playlist, so let's see what you have here. Parodies, events, doing the chicken, the Aurora, Smokehouse build, like whatever your most successful playlist is here. Which I see some of them have 5 videos, 2 videos, 15 videos, like whatever is your most successful playlist. You want to come back here to your homepage and make that the top most playlist, so that just on the chance that the reason people found your channel was because of something on there, that'll be the first thing they see, and they'll be more likely to click on more of your content. Your main objective is to not have people be directed away from your YouTube content. You want them to be engaged in it so that they watch your next video. So when you make a playlist, what happens is, let's say let's go to one of your playlists here, and we'll go to something that has more videos. Wow, this one has 219 videos. Everything Know Me. So that's like probably every video you made. All right, well let's try the Garden Extension Office Alaska. It's got 18 videos. So if I say play all, first thing you're going to notice, everything comes up on the right side. So you got the whole playlist here, but when you look below the playlist, you'll notice a lot of the things are well, some of it is sprinkled in from my own stuff, including the live chat we're on right now. But some of it's going to be related to the video. Now, for the most part, when people go to this, even if it's a video on its own, like say they just found this one video, this cool tools for small scale farmers, right? And it's not the playlist. Most of these videos are going to be the suggested videos, and I can pretty much guarantee you that the next suggested video is going to be the next video in the list. Wait, this isn't even you, is it? Is it? No, this is just one of your playlists of somebody else. Holy crap, I'm going off on this whole thing. Yeah, I just now saw that. Those aren't your videos. All right, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go back here. All right. I would assume these are your videos.
The groovy new wave.
Okay. So I can pause it here. So this one, ad withstanding, you can see the other videos in the list, and they're all you. Okay, all 5 of them. If somebody came to this video without going through the playlist, I can guarantee you that like one of the top videos they're going to see over here on the suggested videos are going to be one of the next videos over here. So they're more likely, if they like your content, they're more likely to click on it. Does that make sense? Mushrooms? I can try mushrooms. Let me go back. Let's see. Alaska wild mushrooms? Or was it just mushrooms? Oh, mushrooms. I see.
I hope it's off to work we go.
There you are. All right. So yeah, you could see all the different videos here, right? That are yours. Some of them aren't yours. I can see that now. So another thing you want to do, you want to try to stray away from using other people's videos in your playlist and just make them yours. I know that they're relevant, and I know the mindset is, well, if I include them in my playlist, I'm more likely to come up on their videos. Not necessarily. So you want to view yourself as your own entity, and it's okay if you mimic their title strategy, like the way that they title things, the way that they say things in the description. That's perfectly fine, because you are more likely to come up next to their videos when people watch theirs. That's okay. And there are even tools that you can get, vidIQ and TubeBuddy and stuff like that will allow you to view other people's tags that they used in the videos, and you could use the very same tags, further assuring that you're going to come up alongside them. The more views you get, of course. But there's all sorts of strategies that you could do to try to rival the people that are making similar content to you that are doing better. There's always ways to mimic them. And now there are even AI tools that you can use that will help you, that go above and beyond that, beyond the mimic, that will you can plug in a title, or even you could plug in the description of your video, and it will come up with a title that will help you generate more views, because thumbnails are important. Titles are also very important. That's the one thing that every YouTuber will tell you. Titles and thumbnails are very important. Are they the most important? No, the content itself is important. The audience retention is important. It's not just a matter of getting people to click your videos, but getting that audience retention line to even out, so that it doesn't, like, in the first 15 seconds just drop. You know what I mean? So you want to entertain as well as educate and things like that, depending on what your content is. For me, it's about educating the history, about showing people things that are right in front of them, right here in this area, that they've never known, right in front of their face. Let me go back and check out comments here. It can be kind of limiting. But if you're able to get an even somewhat decent computer, and you have a phone, and the computer has the ability for Wi-Fi or even Bluetooth, you can tether it to your phone and get the signal from your phone. Now, you're not going to have as much power as somebody that's hardwired, but even the most midstream computers, laptops, and stuff like that, will be able to run programs, free programs, actually editing programs that can help. And a lot of the things that I'm talking about, the AI powered stuff like that, that's all online. It's just a matter of going to that site and typing in what you need to type in. So, I mean, there is help out there. The one thing I would say that can help you a lot is watch YouTube hints. You know what I mean? Hints, tips, tricks. vidIQ, VIDIQ, is a good source to help you out. TubeBuddy is a good place and they're both on YouTube, and you can watch videos there. They help out a lot. It's going to be tedious. You're going to be sitting there. You're going to be falling asleep watching a lot of the stuff. But if you take notes on some things, even just random things here and there, it helps. Daniel Patel, he's also a good resource. He helps with a lot of things with editing and things like that, and what works, what doesn't work with editing. It's because of him that I abandoned having my my intro in my videos. So now in my videos, if you're watching them, you see me talk right away. I'm like, hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Towns World. Today we're going to be blah blah blah. I go right into what it is. That's what they call the hook. So you go in there and you say exactly what the video is going to be, and then you go right into it. Now, I used to have an intro. At first, I would put the intro first and then come on and say, hey, everyone, how you doing? And then I started doing the hey, everyone, how you doing with the little hook. And then I would play the intro, which is what was seen in the beginning of this video, which is this. So that was my intro. But then because of him, I realized, you don't even need that. I mean, yeah, it helps with branding and stuff like that, but in the end, it hurts your retention. So people will fast forward through that. And then that's when you see your retention lines just drop off after a couple of minutes. And I've seen it even out a little bit more over time since I've taken that out. So I have no need for an intro video. Now it's different when you have like 200,000 subscribers, you know what I mean? And you're making a brand for yourself. That's fine. That's different. But with us smaller YouTubers, you kind of want to watch everything. You want to watch every little step. Yeah, I can understand that. I had a similar problem. And now when I upload my 4K videos to YouTube, it can take anywhere from 5 to 9 hours, depending on the connection, depending on the how long the video is, things like that. But 1080 is fine. 1080 is fine. That's still HD. So that works even when people are watching it on their TVs, on their smart TVs and stuff like that. It still comes through very fine. Because when I first started talking about going over to 4K, I had a few people tell me, no, you don't have to do that. It looks fine. And I'm watching it on my big screen TV. So you don't have to worry about that. Let me see here. Get rid of that. Putting me on the screen. You were bigger on the screen than I was for a while there. Yeah. I would say, like, for now, just drop it. Save that intro. Save the intro that you use and stuff like that. Keep it off to the side somewhere. I have these external hard drives. Each one's 1 terabyte. This one has all my old YouTube stuff on it. So from 2020 until probably about the beginning of 2023 is all on here, minus about 2 months, because there was a time where my laptop crashed and I lost everything, and then my son gave me these. I have 2 of them. So this one's full, and I have another one that I'm working on. But basically what I do is like the reason why it gets full so quick is I save, like when I do my videos, it's not just one long video. I'm doing multiple different videos and I stitch them together and I edit things and I get rid of things and I might add in things and stuff like that. But I'll save all the raw data plus the finished product plus the saved file from the video editing software that I use, which is Filmora. And so I save all that stuff, including the thumbnail, everything, the Photoshop file for the thumbnail, and then the actual JPEG for the thumbnail. I save everything I can because I never know when I need to go back. And if it's the thumbnail that I need to change, at least I can go back and I have the different layers. I have the photo, I have this text, this, that, and I can always change everything that I need to. Yeah. I mean, and I only lost a matter of months in my first year, and it devastated me. So if I ever needed to go back to edit any of them, I can't. Which is why if you scroll all the way down to the bottom when you go to videos of mine, you'll see when the transition happened of thumbnails, when I used a different text, when I was trying different things, and I can't go back and change them unless I find that image that I originally used. Which if I took the image, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to have it. But in some of them, they were just like archival footage, like photos that I used and stuff like that. But yeah. Yep. That's the best thing to do. You have a physical hard drive. I mean, and these things, they're not terribly expensive, and for 1 terabyte of space, that's not bad, and you get to save everything, all your raw data, all your finished data, everything. It's all there in case you ever need it again, in case you ever need to go back and change anything, just tweak anything, or it's there for making compilation things. Instead of having to clip it from your videos on YouTube, you got all the raw data right there. So it makes sense. What do you think? You think I could be one of those like YouTube tips and tricks guys? I mean, do I have that down? Now that we're down to like 5 people, like 4 other people watching us right now. I mean, I love the fact that we're doing this back and forth, and if anybody else gets anything from this, God bless you. I'm glad I was able to help in some way. Oh, I'll tell you what, last night, not way off topic right now. Last night when I was at the MGK bonfire, I know the band that was playing there, The Launch, and they play Boston Sticks and Queen. They're like a tribute band, and I'm glad I was actually able to help, man. I really am. And at one point during playing Queen, of course, they played Bohemian Rhapsody. And then when it got to the point where in Wayne's World, when they played Bohemian Rhapsody and everybody started banging their head, I actually ripped my hat off and started banging my head. I have not banged my head. I've not been a head banger in that aspect for like 25 plus years because I haven't had the hair for it. So it just didn't feel right. But man, when I was doing that and the hair was flowing all over the place, which I'm not going to recreate it right now. I'm not going to do that. But it felt so weird. Like I was transported back in time 20 some years. It was crazy. Wow. Have I really been going for an hour and a half almost? That's crazy. That seems like it was just minutes. That's what happens when I talk to all of you, though. It's we have a good time, and I'm glad that I could help out Mr. Gnomestead here. My head was like I was flailing it all over. The hair was like, I mean, it's pretty long now. It's getting there. But no, I really do have a good time talking to everybody here, and and I love all the suggestions that people give to me, and I love all the support. Which, speaking of which, make sure if you haven't done so, hit that little thumbs up button right underneath there, and if you haven't done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell, and support the channel in any way you can, even if it's just sharing out the videos. You can always over here in the chat, I've mentioned before, and I'll mention it right now while it's live. Anyway, over here in the chat, you'll see like a little $sign thing there. If you wanted to donate any kind of money, please feel free to do so. Same $sign thing will be in the buttons underneath during the replay and during any other video that you watch of mine. They call that a super thanks. You can always donate money that way. You could buy something from my merch shop, which the link for that should be underneath the video here somewhere. It's a Spreadshirt link, so make sure you click on that. Go check it out. I have multiple different designs right now. Not multiple, but I have 3 different designs right now, with like t-shirts, hoodies, hats, aprons, pillows, mugs, all kinds of stuff. You can go there. You can buy something there. That would be awesome. But most of all, just continue to watch the videos, hit the like buttons, comment, share the videos out whenever you can. All these things help support the channel, and I appreciate everything everybody's done. But since it's been about an hour and a half, I think I should probably go downstairs and clean up dinner. It's been sitting there now for probably about 2 hours. So it's ready to be cleaned up. I would say that I have to get up early, but I don't, because I actually have off tomorrow. So I was off today and tomorrow. So, but if anybody has any other questions, any other suggestions, anything, please feel free to go, which is also down in the description here. There's a link to my Facebook page for This Is Tom's World. It's just facebook.com/This Is Tom's World. All one word, no punctuation, no spaces, no nothing. You can go there and you'll know you found the right place. You see this little emblem up there? All right, you go feed the chickens, man. I hope that's not a euphemism and it's really feeding the chickens. But yeah, you can always go there. You can drop me a message. You could, anything you want to say, it's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going to go down and clean up dinner, and then I'm going to chill out and probably watch some Sons of Anarchy for the rest of the night. So, hey man, no problem. Yeah, definitely shoot me a message and we can talk, and I can help you out in any way I can. I may not be like the end all be all to YouTube, but I can help, and that goes for anyone else too. If you have a YouTube channel and you're low subscribers, you're struggling, you want some help, please feel free to reach out and I'll help you in any way I can. I'm always here to help everybody. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for hanging out with me. You've all been awesome. You are always awesome. And make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.